Greetings, YouTube. A friend of the channel's Miss Allison, who confidently and oftentimes gets confused for a hacker. Which, by the way, people reach out to me every day. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you sound like. Not that I don't trust Allison, but she could be a 60-year-old man living in somebody's basement. I don't know. I don't ask. I just talk about MCOC. With that being said, Allison has sent over only a rank 3 5-star SIG 60 Night Thrasher because I'm sure she's one of many people who have heard me just not know what to think of Night Thrasher when I rank him. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's amazing. I think he's kind of just in the middle, which is what I say about most champs. So, she acknowledges that you really need a max sig Night Thrasher for the most utility and damage possible, but still wanted to show off against what I think is Realm of Legends Rhino, his utility, even as a rank 3 5-star. Evan Peterson has sent over some 5-star gameplay that's pretty dang impressive of different champions. And all in all, like, this is my one of my new goals for my channel this year is just to feature more champs that get kind of overlooked, especially if you're passionate about them. And you can see she is very passionate about Night Thrasher. Now, of course, again, it's rank 3 5-star gameplay, so you're getting crits that peak around 1,500 to 2,500. But then you parry heavy, and suddenly, between the taunts and the debuffs ticking away, there's some pretty good damage. Also, those crits are starting to get a lot better. It's almost as if we're using Corvus, and look at that, 11,000. And suddenly with Corvus, you go from 0 missions to like 2. It's pretty amazing, though, because Corvus usually has to end fights, of course, other than maybe auto block or an evade champion getting that mission in fight. But it's amazing to see just how much harder Night Thrasher is hitting now than he was even a minute ago when the fight started. And the crits reflect that, 7,000, 4,000, and that damage is still slowly tricking away. There is ticking away, I should say. I said tricking away. It's not trick or treat like Halloween. Prof Hoff, because nothing's more douchey than referring to yourself in the third person mid-video. But yeah, you can see, it's just a constant stream of really solid damage with better crits, and yes, it helps when you're getting to spam those heavies in the corner, which I'm still very terrible at. But the special 2 is good. The only problem is that most of the damage she's taken has been due to the recoil on suicides. And so obviously you want to try to avoid that when you can, because then you're going to have to use potions to heal up between this fight and the next. But just for raw damage, this is still much better than I've ever used Night Thrasher with, because I don't really do his rotation and don't think about him. He's just one of those champions I just casually use in the arena and just try to defeat the opponent. That was a 20,000 crit, which might have been the first time. So that damage continues to ramp up higher than before. And again, it's a rank 3 5-star. This isn't a rank 3 6-star. And so, yes, lots of skill, lots of patience, lots of heavy attacks, and, a couple mistakes in the fight, but most people who are willing to be honest will say that they make mistakes during fights, and that's okay. So there you go. Rank 3 5-star Night Thrasher, looking better than I've ever known him to be. So since that was a 5-star, she sent over a second video. Is this? Oh, okay. Well, this is still a 5-star, this time with the Winter Soldier. She was going to send over, I think, a 4-star just to showcase that, but we'll watch this, and this might be it, which is fine. But the heavies into the specials are solid. And this is also the case. I like doing videos like this because it's ticked me off quite a bit. I haven't done a video on this specifically, but I've heard a lot of you say that this week's side quest was so frustrating for you because of the Iron Man Infinity War. And, like, I'm guilty of thinking it sometimes, and I shouldn't, because the temptation is to say something like, just use Corvus, which is such a really rude thing to say when you get down to it, because even though you mean well when you say it, and I mean well when I say it, a lot of people don't have Corvus, or they don't have the ability to rank up their Corvus. And so it's not as easy as just saying use X or Y champion, because most people's roster that casually play the game are growing to the point that they don't have a lot of champions, and even if they have the champion, they don't have them taken past rank 1 as a 6-star or rank 2 as a 5-star. And so when you talk about how somebody's best champion might be Night Thrasher, it's important to showcase why that champion can still maybe get you uncollected. Who knows? I don't know if I'd go as far as to say get you Cavalier, but you never know. Maybe you could. I'm also really curious in these videos to always see the comments of people who say, oh, I've used Night Thrasher for years. He's my top 5 favorite event quest champ. Because I just don't know that people use this guy daily. And look, he's built himself up to 10 Furies here. And that is really going to help with the crits. 13,000 crits. Got more heavy spam. Let's see the special too, 17,000. So yes, that ramp up, it really does make me think of how you ramp up Furies and Cavalier event quest difficulty every month. Only he's like his own Cavalier event quest difficulty. Man, I have so much respect for Allison and everybody else who just confidently spams heavies in the corner. I'm not that confident. And I should be, I guess. I mean, the attempt of doing this in the arena has very little risk. I just don't do it. I'm a weenie. I'm a self-proclaimed corner-heavy weenie. And I'm not going to deny that. Night Thrasher is another champion that I have underrated because I didn't know about the rotations perfectly, and I haven't used them. And I do try to preface that, in fairness, on my channel, of saying some of you really like this champion, but because I don't use them, I can't speak to them much. Same problem with this video as the last one. He's just not a good suicide mastery champion. If you're going to use him, you're going to take a lot of recoil damage. But at the same time, you know, it's pretty cool to be able to say that he's being used. So there you have it, YouTube. I appreciate Allison's info and just overall knowledge of the game. I actually have learned a lot from our conversations behind the scenes about different champions than she's probably learned from me. And that's why I love this community so much. I don't want you to tune into my channel and think, oh, this is a professor, which I was on, global chat last night, and a lot of times people are like, you're not really a professor, right? Like, professors wouldn't play this game. They wouldn't talk to randos. No, I am. But that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean I can't learn as much or more from you as you can from me, and that doesn't mean also that I'm right all the time. In fact, I am not right a lot of the time. Hence this video. It's important to grow as human beings. It's important to learn from each other and to not be afraid to say, hey, I'm wrong about something, but I want to learn how to be right. That's why hopefully my channel exists, and hopefully it'll exist for years to come. Thanks again, Allison, for the gameplay. This was fun and a different kind of subject matter to talk about.